Did you know Richard Branson, the billionaire entrepreneur, once considered becoming an archaeologist? Imagine him digging up old pots instead of building business empires. In the leafy shires of Surrey, England, a young Richard Branson showed early signs of curiosity and a knack for adventure. Long before he launched Virgin Records or dreamed up Virgin Galactic, Richard was a boy with his head not in the clouds but in books about ancient civilizations. Picture a young Branson, spectacles on nose, poring over tales of the Mayans and Egyptians, dreaming not of dollar signs but of digging sites. But Richard's journey through school wasn't paved with gold. It was riddled with challenges, notably his battle with dyslexia. This learning difficulty made traditional schooling a struggle and textbooks a labyrinth. Yet it was perhaps this very challenge that sparked his eventual pivot. Unable to conform to conventional learning, Richard started crafting his own path, one that would eventually lead away from ancient ruins to modern business ventures. So, how did a young boy interested in ancient civilizations turn into a business mogul? Let's dig a bit deeper. At 16, Branson said goodbye to school and hello to the business world, starting a magazine called Student. While most teenagers were grappling with homework and exams, Richard was busy interviewing celebrities and stirring up the media landscape. His magazine became the voice of a generation clamoring for change and new ideas. It wasn't just a publication, it was a launchpad for what would become a global empire. But how does a teen magazine editor turn into a music mogul? Well, it all started with a leap into the unknown. Branson's next venture was a record shop aptly named Virgin, a cheeky nod to his inexperience in the business. This little shop became a haven for music lovers who couldn't find their beats in the mainstream stores. Now here's where it gets spicy. Richard's knack for spotting opportunities was as sharp as a tack. When the music industry turned its nose up at the anarchic Sex Pistols, Branson, in a move that was part genius, part madcap, signed them up. Yes, the very band that everyone else thought was too controversial. What happened next? Never mind the bollocks, here's the Sex Pistols, an album that shook the world and put Virgin Records on the map. From school desks to platinum discs, Branson's journey was just warming up. What do airlines, space travel, and cola have in common? For Branson, they were all just another day at the office. Diving into the Virgin Empire, let's take flight first with Virgin Atlantic. Launched in the 80s, this airline was Branson's bold leap into an industry dominated by giants. But did he just settle for running an airline? Absolutely not. Branson, ever the showman, famously pulled off stunts like operating the flight himself, dressed as a stewardess after losing a bet. Talk about service with a smile. From the clouds, we soar even higher to the stars with Virgin Galactic. Branson's vision here wasn't just to conquer air travel, but to commercialize space travel. Yes, you heard right, space tourism. Because why should astronauts have all the fun? Virgin Galactic is working on making it possible for everyone to say, I need a bit of space, and mean it quite literally. But Branson's ventures aren't all about high-flying tech and out-of-this-world ambitions. Enter Virgin Cola, the 90s attempt to topple the soda kingpins. Picture this, Branson driving a tank through New York City, crashing into a wall of cola cans. Subtle? It was not. Successful? Well, not quite. Despite the explosive entrance, Virgin Cola remained a quirky footnote in the cola wars. But hey, you can't win them all, and it certainly added some fizz to the soda industry. Through all these ventures, what stands out is Branson's relentless spirit to innovate and challenge the status quo. Whether it's shaking up the skies or the soda shelves, he's a man who leaps first and looks later. And though not every leap lands perfectly, Branson's journey teaches us the power of audacity and the magic of thinking big. Whether it's launching rockets or cola wars, Branson never feared the unknown. You might call him a cat with 9 lives. Branson has escaped death more times than he's launched businesses. Imagine soaring above the earth, feeling on top of the world, and then, suddenly, you're fighting for your life. That was Richard Branson during his 1987 transatlantic balloon flight. His balloon was caught in a violent storm, and he was moments away from a watery grave. But true to form, Branson managed to navigate through the chaos, a tale as turbulent as the storm itself. Not one to be deterred, in 1991, he attempted the first Pacific crossing in a hot air balloon. The journey was fraught with danger, culminating in a crash landing in the Arctic. Picture this: Branson, chilled to the bone, emerging from his balloon, as unshakable as ever. His adventures don't stop at the sky. Branson has also survived a sinking boat and a near-fatal bike crash. Each time he dusts himself off and charts a course for his next challenge. Clearly, living on the edge is just part of Branson's daily routine. So what can we learn from a man who's made billions and survived numerous death-defying adventures? Richard Branson's life is a masterclass in embracing the unconventional. He didn't just step outside the box, he redesigned it. From starting a magazine at 16 to launching a spaceflight company, his journey underscores a fundamental lesson. Innovation is born from the willingness to venture where others haven't. Take risk-taking, for instance. Branson's leap into the airline industry, a field notorious for its high barriers and even higher risks, was seen by many as folly. Yet Virgin Atlantic became a major player, redefining passenger experience with its customer service and in-flight perks. This audacity to dive into the unknown has been a recurring theme in his career, illustrating that the biggest risks often lead to the grandest rewards. Then there's resilience, perhaps one of Branson's most defining traits. His attempts to circle the globe in a hot air balloon could have ended fatally, yet each failure was merely a stepping stone. These experiences didn't just build character, they fortified his resolve to succeed in business and in life. For the entrepreneurs among us, Branson's life encourages a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities. When faced with setbacks, pivot, adapt, and move forward. Innovation doesn't come from doing what everyone else is doing. It comes from thinking differently and having the courage to follow through. In Branson's world, the sky isn't the limit. It's just the beginning. That's the whirlwind tale of Richard Branson, a man who turned a small magazine into a global empire. From nearly becoming an archaeologist to shaping the music industry with Virgin Records, his journey is nothing short of extraordinary. Who could forget his audacious move to challenge the airline industry with Virgin Atlantic, or his ventures into the final frontier with Virgin Galactic? Branson's life is a testament to the power of audacity and innovation. He didn't just build businesses, he sparked cultural shifts and inspired countless others to dream big and defy the odds. His brushes with death in his thrill-seeking adventures only underscore his unyielding zest for life. Every chapter of his story teaches us that the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning. Richard Branson's legacy is a vibrant mosaic of risk, reinvention, and relentless pursuit of the extraordinary. If you enjoyed this journey through the extraordinary life of Richard Branson, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more inspiring stories. See you in the next adventure.